Hey, welcome everyone at table. Today, I want to go over a question that I get asked quite frequently amongst other players, and I feel that could be beneficial. It is the question of what is the first Triss skill should I get? And with the slew of Triss skills out there, from defensive to support to attack, this is actually a very valid question, especially if you're free to play and you got limited uh, options on how to acquire these Triss skills. It is very crucial to pick the first one. So in this video, we're going to go over where do you get them, and by them, I'm going to specifically talk about No Escape and Purification. And then what do they do, and who can you best put them on in order to achieve the results that you want to see? And we'll go into controversy of, should I go for attack? Should I go for defense? Should I go for support? What should be the first skills that I do acquire? So without further ado, let's kick it, and I'll see you in a sec. All right, welcome back, everyone. Okay, so what are the first Triss skills should you get? So let's first talk about the controversy of between attack, defense, and support skills. In my personal opinion, and where I have messed up before, is that if you want to go to attack skills, let's say you want Blade Vortex, you want to put that on Alex. You want Battle Stance, you want to put that on Alex or your magic. You want Demonic Contract to give you more power. Now that is all fine and dandy. I do have an issue with that, especially when you're first starting off. The starting off aspect is sustainability. Can you actually use those skills to their full benefit if you're not healing properly, if you're not defending properly, and if you're not doing what I like to call crowd control? So with that is why I'm going to put No Escape as my top one and Purification. For those reasons of crowd control and healing and making sure the sustainability for your team is able to actually perform the way that they do. Because the longer that you last in battle, the more damage you're going to do, the more effect that those attack Triss skills are going to come in later into the game. So let's break down what No Escape does. No Escape is hands down one of the best crowd control skills that is in the game. It came out as soon as Triss came out, and it's always been a top player. Basically, after the battle starts, there's a 90% chance to silence the entire team for 6 seconds. Basically, they cannot gain energy, and they cannot use skills. That is super important when you are trying to basically nullify the enemy while you are trying to prepare your other skills and they're still building energy. After the silence ends, every 6 seconds there's a 50% chance to deal physical damage, which is cool, 150%, not no big deal, to the entire enemy team, and to stun 2 random units for 3 seconds. Now this is huge. When you're stunned, you can't attack. You can't attack, you're not taking damage. This is why I consider this one of the top skills that you should get. Free to play, pay to win, doesn't matter. If you're first starting off on your Triss journey, I say No Escape is probably the one that you should get. Now, there are some limitations to it. You have to put them on a defense person and or a support person. But with the slew of Immortals that you do have up in your lineup, that should not be a problem to find a home for No Escape. Now, secondly, we are going to go down to Purification. So every 3 seconds after the battle starts, it removes debuffs and abnormal states on a random friendly unit. If you do not have any debuffs or abnormal states, you will recover a little bit of health. Now, the health that you gain from this is not what you're looking for. It is those debuffs and those abnormal states. So, what Purification does is that it is your anti-regen energy. It is your attack speed. It is your attack damage. It is how much damage you do receive. All those debuffs that you actually get from other enemies, say Toku, when it comes to Lightning March, he does apply negative debuffs. You will be healed every 3 seconds. So, but this only has one friendly, so it kind of takes some time to go around the circle, and it is random. But it is super beneficial to not being limited on your attack speed or your damage or whatever you're looking for, any negative adverse effect. When it comes to your abnormal effects, is like your toxic, your silence, your other things other than your attack speed and your physical damage. All those little special abnormal body effects that do acquire that some Immortals can apply. Now, I do want to add this in, and I made a video earlier about this, is that Purification does not heal grace skills. So what that means is that there are certain skills in here that will just run rampant without your without being able to heal. They are just going to go through their deal, and there's really nothing that you can do about it. You're going to have to just go through it. And one of those that I did make the video about was Weakening Curse. So Weakening Curse is a grace skill. It applies damage, or applies reducing their physical and magical damage by disarming them until they do their ultimate skill. So unless they do their ultimate skill, it's going to last 45 seconds. This is a grace skill, and it's just going to be what it is. So back to Purification. Purification is a very second runner-up to sustainability. So you are going to be able to hit harder. You're going to be able to regen energy faster. You're going to be able to combat all those abnormal and debuffs on your team if you have Purification. So that's why I put this as a second. Now, there's you could go with sustainability, and we'll do this in another video, but you got Vitality Touch, you got Spring of Life, you have Guard, you have all these other Triss skills that will make you last longer in the battle, but depending on if you got a healer or not, if you're running lightning, if you're running fire, you're not going to have those options right off the bat. So for all around, that's why I put No Escape and Purification up there before them. And let's figure out, who do we put them on? So going into here, like I said, your No Escape is limited to defense and support. So you have to choose either a frontline defense person or a backline support person. Who do they not go on is basically your attack guys. So your magic up here, they are magic attack, and then attack magic, and then you have attack frontline. So defense, you're going to be able to do it, defense, and then your support, you're either healers or your non-healers, being support back here, like Ditto, that you will be able to put No Escape on. Purification. Now, Purification can go on to anyone. So there is no limitations when it comes on to Purification, which makes it super versatile. You can put it on anyone, it doesn't matter, and it's still going to do its job. Now, I've gotten some questions too. You're like, okay, what about the health? The health will be recovered. The health will be recovered regardless if you put it onto a magic person, or a non-healer to a healer. You're still going to heal. It doesn't matter. And that can be seen in here, I'll give you an example real quick. And let's go to arena. Take right here. Let's see if this will probably be a good one. Maybe. There we go. So he purified. He still healed 1.2 million. So it's just a little bit, but he was able to do it, and there was a lot of no debuffs on that one, so he was able to heal. So it does work. It does work for a non-healer team, and that's kind of why I put it on my lightning people as well, is that it does help out with that. So yeah, so that's basically no escape and purification. That's on my first Triss skills. Where do you get them? You basically are going to, there's a couple different ways, and like I say it in a lot of video, buy your ability stones, get your first skill with this so you have it, and then your next one you are going to sell them and just acquire them. So you can acquire them through the recharge. You go to your Triss shop, you sell the stones, and you can buy right here, you can buy no escape, and you can buy purification. So they are in the Triss shop. You can buy them in the Triss shop. So any way that you sell stone or cinders, you could get, I think it's like 1100 or 1140, and then you can go ahead and acquire them. Can you get it free to play? I say this a lot too. Yes, you can. It's going to take you forever, and you're probably going to get one or two. So don't do that. You are going to have to buy a little bit. Now you can go to the Frost shop. I've said this before, and you can acquire your stones in the Frost shop, and then you can get your stones and then sell them and then buy it in the Triss shop. Again, I do not recommend this, because once you buy something from the KVK shop, especially the Triss skills, once you buy them, you sell them, you can't get them again. So I've made that mistake. I don't want you to. That is a last case scenario. And let's go over and recap real quick. So yeah, so you get them. That's where I tell you, that's where you get them. You get them in the Triss shop. And then what they do is no escape. I'm going to say hands down, number one, first skill you should get. It is the ultimate crowd control skill. You can use it, super versatile. It can only be on defense and support people, but you will still find a home even in your main squad for no escape. And then you have purification. Purification, close second, and it's going to have no position limits, and you'll be able to remove debuffs and add normal states every 3 seconds and heal a little bit. And again, you can put them on pretty much anyone, and you will be able to find a home for them. So that is my first Triss skills to get. I'll make some more videos to kind of code down and go over defense Triss and go over attack Triss skills in order for you to optimize and prioritize what you should be getting first. So thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate it. Check you out later.